Okay, here we go. So here's part two of the spiritual awakening. And see, once we become spiritually woke, a lot of things have to take place. Because in my sick mind, my sick brain, I began to think that my behavior was normal. I began to think that the things I was doing was normal. But now, as the brain heals and it begins to regenerate and gets back to meeting its full capacity, I understand that what I was doing wasn't normal. And then back to the association piece, the company that I was keeping also thought that our behaviors were normal. It's the equivalent to Tarzan. Tarzan, he's raised in a jungle. So he's thinking the jungle behavior is normal. But once he gets taken out the jungle and put into the city, and he kind of realize and fathom that, oh, the jungle behavior is not normal, now he has to adjust and learn normal behaviors of the city. That's the same thing with addiction and recovery. I have to learn that the things that were abnormal in that world are not normal in the world of recovery. The whole totality of it. Now, at the same time, they say, the cliche, you can't teach a dog new tricks. Well, how about this? The dog can learn how to modify the tricks, how to perfect the tricks, and also know what tricks to no longer use. What about that one? Now, the brain and the pleasure zones. You have your endorphins, you have your dopamine. Dopamine is a natural chemical that gives us joy, pleasures, and excitement. Having said that, I can become normal and use my normal dopamine to be normal and have comfort and happiness. But I also got to learn the other things that come with it, i.e., living life on life terms. Knowing when to modify behavior, knowing when to say no, knowing when to make adjustments, knowing when to fit in, knowing that it ain't always about me, knowing how to say, okay, I love others, knowing how to respect others, knowing how to respect myself, knowing how to love myself. That's normal behavior. Now, we also have to be vigilant in behavior. I've always been intrigued with human behavior and the human mind. What makes us do what we do, what makes us think the way we think. Knowing that the brain is already complex, can you imagine coupled with the addictive process and the addictive nature and the disease of the brain, how that affects and impacts the decision-making process? Oh my God, it can be terrible. It can become horrible. That's why I have to modify all the things that I think about, all the decisions that I make. Because with my sick thinking, I make sick decisions. And coupled with the company that you keep, exacerbates the thought process and continue in that rut of thinking illogical. So you got to be in the company of those who thinks logical, can help you become acclimated into being back your normal self, coupled with the spiritual awakening, and you can get this thing done. But you have to live it. You have to internalize it. It can't just be taught. It has to be walked. It can't just be group time and you say all the right things, then when group over, you're doing those other than what you just said or contrary to what you just said. You have to live by it. You have to be about it. And if you're in the company of those who ain't walking the same walk, what good are they to you? I have a criteria, and I have boundaries. Number one, if you have no value, you don't have me. If you don't have commitment, you don't have me. If you don't have drive, you don't have me. If you don't haven't had your spiritual awakening, you don't have me. And if I got to do this by myself, I will. But I got you all. I got you all. So you all Help me in my spiritual awakening. Help me in my walk. And we can do this together. So with that, I say it's a beautiful thing. I'd rather do what I'm doing today. I'd rather live the way I'm living today as opposed to the things I did yesterday. So just for today, I refuse to pick up. I choose to win. I choose to live and not die.